and welcome back to TF1C. This weekend, the Formula 1 circus heads to Catalonia. And today, we're going to be giving our predictions and a preview of sorts to the Formula 2 and the Formula 3 events that are taking place this weekend. We've got all of the support, the feeder series, the juniors, whatever you want to call them. We've got F2, we've got F3, and we've got W Series. And I think this will be the first of our Spain predictions going out.
Yes.
So this will be out probably Thursday night, and then W Series and F1 I think the next day. So to get us in the mood for Formula 1 this weekend, F2 and F3. I think so far the championship's been quite interesting. Pourchaire tops the F2 championship. We'll start with Formula 2 by the way. Pourchaire tops the F2 championship after some strong showings. Struggled in Saudi, but wins in the sprint races in Bahrain and Imola leave him quite with a decent advantage. Yeah. And then got like 2 points in the sprint Imola. I think that shows the importance of the feature races because you get so many more points than the sprints. You know, Drugovich obviously was really good at the one event in Saudi, but other than that, you know, he wasn't amazing in Bahrain, and then had in the feature at Imola, he's really struggled. So Pourchaire has really shone, while others like Lawson and Drugovich and Drugovich have been very up and down. So despite his 0 points scored at the whole Saudi weekend, he tops the championship. I think Pourchaire would be my favourite to win the championship. And obviously, as a Lawson fan, you're going to be incredibly biased. Yeah. But Lawson's going to win every single thing this weekend, as everyone in front of him just crashes into walls. So, should we start with quali?
Yes.
Who do you have in P5 for Spain F2 quali?
I've got Richard Bashaw.
I think I kind of forgot he existed when I did
an
mine.
outside shot. Kind of one of those random ones that just gets into P5. Decent lap at the end.
He's in a decent
He's doing alright in the
standing in the championship, but I think that's mainly because sprint races is usually around the lower echelons of the top 10. So then he gets reverse group up for the sprint races. So I think that's why he's got a lot of points. But maybe this weekend it could be his turn to have some actual pace in qualifying. My favourite is Logan Sergeant. I think the Carlin driver has been massively overshadowed so far by Lawson being a lot better. But I like Sargent. I think he's got a good future, and I think he's got a future in Formula 1. I think that Williams seat looks to be his when he's ready for it.
Season. Also, he was very close to his first podium in the Imola feature race, but just lost out to it. I think he got P6 in the end because he fell down the order a little bit.
Yeah, I like him, but he's a bit error prone. But I think this weekend he's going to get it right. I think P5.
Doing Saudi as well.
I think P5 is good for him in the quali, and I've got some good stuff coming for him later. So
have I, to be fair.
Be interesting.
P4, I've got my man Liam Lawson.
Wow, lower than I thought you'd put him.
Well, I'm not that biased.
Okay. I thought you'd have him on pole by 90 seconds.
Yeah, decent quali for him, but he's never been too good at quali. Like, he's always been around the second, third, fourth, fifth
It's his overtaking, which is, I think, what makes him a standout of the grid.
He's never, not usually
but he's
on the front
got pace, obviously.
Yes.
But he's not got... I think Pourchaire, in terms of raw speed, is probably the fastest driver on the grid. I think Drugovich up there as well. My P4... building from a very good result at Imola, where he came through on a good strategy. I've got Enzo Fittipaldi. I don't know with this one. I think I'm just throwing predictions out there. I like to go bold sometimes. I think Enzo might be able to drag that Shrews up into P4 here. I'm thinking quali, Spain, getting late in the evening. I don't think we'll see rain, but I think
that chicane was a pain.
Well, it's gone now.
Oh yeah,
big change for this season, actually, isn't it?
For that, I might not fall asleep.
Yeah, that was like waiting for a bus through that chicane. But yeah, I don't know. I think track improvement. I think he could just get on the right side of that.
I still think they'll be queuing up massively at that final two corners like they do in Austria.
Yeah, I think they'll be all right.
It's F2.
Yeah, there's like 30 people on
F3.
F3 will be mental. Yeah.
Okay, P3 then. I've got Felipe Drugovich.
Current P2 in the championship, that'd be very good result.
Again.
Fair enough. Pretty much all. At P3, I'm going to be a little bit biased here. I've gone Jack Doohan, but there is a little bit of method by my madness. I think he's had incredible pacing quality this season. He's just not been able to put it together in race. And he got pole at Bahrain. I know it wasn't amazing since then, but he has got his first points now at Imola.
Yeah.
I think he'll get P3 here and then build on to a very good feature race.
Okay, P2. I've got probably the most unlucky man in this championship so far, Yuri Vips. I feel so bad for him. He is up there in Saudi, and then a slow pit stop ruined his race.
Yeah.
He was up there in Imola, leading the feature race, on pole, led it, and then just dipped the tyre in the gravel and went into the wall. Bahrain, he had to retire from the race. He's just been so unlucky.
Yeah.
But I do think he'll get P2 in the quali.
I think Vips will be around 6th or 7th, and I think that could be his downfall later in the later events. P2 then, I have Liam Lawson in the other Carlin. I think he'll have strong pace here.
Yeah.
Not really much explanation to why. He's just a good driver, and
He's been here in F3.
Yeah, there we go. That's why he's going to do well here. P2 for Lawson. Who have you got on pole position for the Spanish Grand Prix?
Feature race.
Yeah.
I've got Jehan Deruvala.
Interesting. Prema usually run strong fucking everywhere.
Exactly.
So, yeah.
And he looked very decent around Imola. He's the furthest forward driver out of the top lot, apart from obviously Pourchaire, but he just wasn't really part of the same group, which is a safety car whole thing. But yeah, I think he's going to get it done, get a good lap in, and put it all together to line up on pole in the feature race.
Yeah, fair enough. I've got current championship leader Teo Pourchaire in the ART. I think he'll take pole position. I think he's got the confidence on his side right now, and I think, as I mentioned, on raw pace, he is quickest. I think Deruvala and Drugovich could get screwed over by the queuing up and impediment and stuff like that. That's what I'm thinking there.
Right, should we flip
sprint
the
race then?
Get into the sprint.
Yeah, flip the script, see what's happening. P5. Who've you got?
I have got Felipe Drugovich. So despite you qualifying P3, that'll put him P8. Still think he can power through to P5.
Yeah, fair enough. I just like putting in P2, which would obviously drop him to P9. I've got Liam Lawson making his way up into P5.
Very nice, I'd like that.
And I think Pourchaire will be just behind him, following through on the overtakes. Have you got P4?
P4, I've got Richard Verschoor. Again, starting from P10, think he's going to power through.
Starting from P6, for sure. Yeah, I did P5 right in quality.
Oh yeah, that's why I think he's good. I was going to say, I didn't think
big power through. He's going to overtake two people.
Exactly. I was going to say, I remember when I did the predictions. I don't remember saying he's going to power.
Sure, he's going to blast past everyone when he makes his two moves. Yeah, my P4, Yuri Vips. Now this is what I'm saying. I think this will be around 6th or 7th, but I've got the 3 guys ahead of him. I think they'll be 10th, 9th, 8th in quali. I think he just won't be able to get involved with them in the top 3. I think he's just behind that battle.
I've got getting his first podium in Formula 2. Nearly got it in Imola. I've got Logan Sergeant.
Ooh, interesting. My time for Sergeant comes later in the weekend.
Obviously, I'm a Liam Lawson fan, but still, Carlin. I do like Logan Sergeant.
It's never about teams in feeder series, but you can still support teams.
Yeah.
Like the teams don't really. The teams care. The drivers don't care about the teams, though.
Yeah. I think he did very well in Imola, so I hope he should get a good result here.
My podium sitter is the Japanese driver that's demonstrated quite a lot of pace this season and quite the knack for overtaking. I've got Iwumo Iwasa.
Got that in.
Yeah, I think a lot of people have, because he's not had any crazy performances, getting mad points. He's not got wins, he's not got podiums, but he's been quietly going about his business, making some brilliant moves, being very racy, but not getting the results over the line. I think he will here, though. I think he'll get P3, and I think he'll be very happy with that. I think Red Bull will be very happy with that. P2.
I've got a Red Bull driver. I've got Dennis Hauger.
Yeah, Jinx. I also have Hauger taking P2 in the sprint.
Yeah.
I think it'll be P9 in quali.
He actually did quite well in Imola.
Yeah.
Obviously got unlucky, came to go with Doohan off the start in the feature.
That was all his fault.
His race. Everyone just went for the same gap.
No, the problem was Vips and Nassani, of all people, decided just to not get going. That wasn't Nassani, was it, on the line? It was Iwasa, wasn't it, P2?
Yeah.
And they just didn't start the race.
And that's how Nassani got through and then put it in a wall when he was
I know, that was so funny. It was like, could Nassani win it? No, he's forgot how to enter the pit lane.
Here's Nassani. I think he could get his first
one. He wasn't even trying to, was he?
Camera cuts and he's just there in a wall.
And have you watched it back? Because I didn't hear it at the time, but Alex Jakes sounds like he's trying to stifle a laugh. He's obviously going, oh my god, how the Christ does this guy end up there? Because no other driver has run wide at the final corner, bounced all around the gravel, and then ended up in the wall. Like, it's just
the way
comical.
How it's always twerking Sonny winning, and the camera just cuts, and he's just there with no front wing in a wall.
It's brilliant.
Anyway, we both had Harris P2.
Yeah, P1.
Winning my sprint race, I've got Teo Pourchaire.
I was going to say, you didn't put him top 5 in quali.
No, I didn't.
Odd.
I think he's got a bit of a low quality.
Okay. Impeded, probably?
No.
No, okay.
He's just get that together.
Gravel on track, cold tyres,
He didn't in Imola.
cloudy vision. He needs to go to Specsavers, can't actually see the track. It's a problem.
No, I think he's going to start quite highly, maybe a P3, P2 for the sprint, which means then he can go on for the win.
Fair enough. As I said, I think like Drugovich and Druvler and co will get held up. I think Druvler will be P11, but I think Drugovich with P10 comes through for the win. I think that'll be massive because obviously then that will take him back to the lead of the championship. Yes. Going into the race on Sunday. Well, let's just say it might not be the greatest event ever for Pourchaire. Should we get into those predictions?
Yes, race. Right, P5. I've got the man who had P2 in the sprint. I've got Dennis Hauser. Decent weekend.
Jinx it again. I've also got Dennis Hauser.
Strong weekend
taking
for Hauser
P5 there, yeah.
Okay, moving on then. P4. I've got Teo Pourchaire coming through from the grid from maybe a lower grid spot. Decent weekend for the championship leader.
Yeah, decent for him. I've got my P3 in the sprint race. Iwasa taking P4, taking yet more big points. Yeah. I think he'll get a massive boost from a big incident. That is very good news. Sorry, it was just there's football going on at the same time. I'm recording this. It's just a very happy notification. So yeah, my P. I think he's going to take advantage of a big incident happening between the pole sitter and P2. I think at turn 1, Lawson's going to get a better start.
Yeah.
Around the outside, Par's into him. Pourchaire's just going to go into him. Both out at turn 1. It is because it is first place is on the inside there, isn't it?
Yeah.
So I think Pourchaire down the inside is going to be late on the brakes, trying to stop Lawson getting ahead. Mate. Both out at turn 1. Doohan in P3 then take the lead. Let's see how that ends for him. But Iwasa P4. Will benefit from it.
I've got P3, third spot on the podium. I've got Felipe Drugovich.
Ooh, so I had him struggling in quali, but
quali spot.
Yeah, I think he could get a decent 6th or 7th, and I think he'll be leading the championship coming out of this event.
Yes.
Based on all my mental predictions. P3, I have Enzo Fittipaldi. Obviously P4 in quali.
This guy's going to lead the championship at the end of this phase.
Yeah, well, I think he's going to benefit from the aforementioned incident between Pourchaire and Lawson. So I think that's why he's going to be up there. I think it's been a 3-way fight with my top 2.
P2, I've got the man who I've got on pole. I've got Doohan Drugovich.
Ooh. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Fair enough.
He's done it right.
He's lost out, but yeah.
Yeah.
I'm sure he'll still be happy to take big points back from Prema. Annoyed though to miss out on the win, I think.
Yeah.
Definitely. My P2 is Logan Sergeant. I think he's going to see Lawson go off. He'd be P3, comes through to P2, makes the move on Fittipaldi eventually, and I think it'll be between him and someone for the win. Who's that going to be? I don't know. Do you want to give your winner first?
My winner is Liam Lawson.
Oh, wow. How unbiased. My winner is Jack Doohan. A completely unbiased prediction where he's P3 on the grid and everyone in front of him smashes out and he wins. Oh, yeah. Brilliant. Fantastic.
It's unbelievable.
Yeah, I think Doohan's going to win the championship, actually. Despite having just 2 points for a season.
I did have Yuri Vips P2 in quali on the front row.
Bit of a madness. Have we got more unluckiness?
Yeah, he's got
engine penalty.
He's
got to go. He's got to go.
Into the wall.
We don't know why he just has.
Right. You drop back off the start and then smash into the
So after this, you'll have Lawson presumably in the championship, considering everyone else.
That is such a shame. No, you're better on Sasha now. I've got Lawson driving well.
I've got Drugovich win the championship.
Winning it.
Yeah, coming to the lead, Doohan will win it eventually. After all my predictions, sure. So going into this weekend, Leclerc leads the championship. A similar.
No,
Martins does, yeah, but they're joint on points, aren't they? 36 each.
They are.
So that will be very interesting to see how that develops.
On 32,
who could see a possible thing where the championship leaders are 1-2 and someone I like might be P3. Not me. I would not do that
should we get into
twice.
quali?
Yeah, go on.
P5 I've got Arthur Leclerc. Not known for his one lap pace, really. More for his overtaking.
Yeah.
Don't see him putting together the greatest lap in the world.
Fair enough. Yeah, mine is Victor Martins. Usually very good at quali, but I just think he'll struggle this weekend.
Okay, P4. I've got the man who should have won the feature in Imola if he hadn't spun it off the safety car restart. I've got Zane Maloney.
Oh, no one cares about. No, dusty driver, Bearman clear, and he did all right actually. I think it's
spun. That's just
rookie error. I mean, he's a rookie, so
and he made an error. So it's a rookie error. Wow.
But my P4 is Gregoire Saucy, the sauciest man in Formula 3. I've been really impressed by Saucy this season in the ART. I think it's going to be the highest performing. No, sorry, not the highest performing ART. Ahead of Martins, though. So, be interesting to see
P3.
Martin, no, is Martins MP? I forget who. Martins is now ART, yeah. So I forget because they all move around so much.
In the Premier, a completely unbiased opinion, I've got Jack Crawford.
Oh, but interestingly, my P3 happens to also be a Premier driver, but his name's Ollie Bearman, the better Premier driver.
Completely unbiased.
Well, no,
we haven't put on
it's a bit less thingy than Doohan winning everything.
And Lawson winning.
Yeah.
I think Crawford's he's had a decent. He's kind of his Imola really helped him, but he's kind of under the radar.
I mean, somehow he's ahead of Bearman, but Bearman's been robbed in the Imola feature race and the sprint race at Bahrain.
He pushed too hard on his tyres in Imola, and that cost him. And then
too many times at Bahrain.
Broke track limit violations.
Yeah, sure. I actually have Crawford ahead of Bearman. Ooh. I've got Jack Crawford in P2, and if you were paying attention to my ART thing, you now know who my pole sitter is. But who have you got P2 first?
P2, I've got an ART of Victor Martins, and then I'm going to keep rolling.
Go on.
To my P1, the man who loves to take a pole in Formula 3, it's Franco Colapinto.
Not Ollie Bearman then. The Van Sport Racing team's actually done all right so far.
He has so great
debut, obviously.
Over one lap. In races, he's rubbish.
He's just disappeared. It's like, awful. He was on pole, he's now 9.
After lap 1, he's
I swear he did P2 in Imola feature race or something like that. He's well up there. He's up there for a while.
He's in a sprint thing.
Sprint, he did well, yeah. It was a mess though in Imola because the rain and the dry and the rain that is just crazy. I've got on my pole one Manuel Correa. I think it's been a beautiful moment. A lot of people love Correa. Obviously, after his incident in Formula 2 with Antoine Hubert, obviously. He's come back, and it's been brilliant to see him come back.
I think he's done very well to come back, because I wouldn't come back after that. Christ.
Yeah, I mean, the amount of surgery and rehab he had to go through to come back fighting after what was a very, very horrible incident. They've been brilliant.
You're not seeing get pole, though.
I think, nice. Take pole here. And then, going into the sprint race, I've got him taking P5 as well.
Okay, P5. I've got Isaac Hajar, obviously won his first ever race in Formula 3, the Bahrain sprint. He's had a decent start to Formula 3 life so far. I think he's going to get P5 in the sprint.
Formula 3 life. Is that the new F1 life? They've got rid of it. It's Formula 3 life. You've got no money and you can't find a seat. What are you going to do now? I'm going to buy a yacht. F1 life, guys. But P4, you've got in the sprint. Gregoire Saucy, interesting.
That is
my P4 in quali, your P4 in the sprint.
Yes, who's your P4 in the sprint?
I have Franco Colapinto. Again, I think he's going to qualify low, but then I think he's going to be around 8th.
Yeah.
And then he'll be starting from P3 and then drop back a little.
Fair enough.
Have you got P3?
P3, getting a podium. I've got the man you have put on pole for this feature. I've got one Manuel Correa.
Yeah, fair enough.
A little podium.
Yep, I've gone in my sprint race. I've got Zane Maloney.
Ooh.
You had him P4 in quali.
He's not going to spin it this time, is he?
No, he will, and then he'll catch it, and then he'll spin all the way into 3rd.
Style.
Yeah. Just keep catching the slides. IndyCar reference. Should we start doing IndyCar predictions as well?
No, piss right off.
And staying up till midnight so we can see them go round and over.
Pat Award is a goat.
P2, who've you got?
P2, I've got Arthur Leclerc.
I think I forgot Leclerc existed this weekend. He just keeps crashing. He's a mare. He had a mare at Spain. No, I think he's going to quality low. He can make the ground, but he's not in our top 5. So yeah.
Okay. Yes, I have him getting P2 in the sprint.
My P2 is Ollie Bearman.
Wow!
Absolute god of racing. I love watching Ollie drive. My fave. I think he's going to do well here. He's going to cut through from about P7 because obviously he was P3 in quali, so he's going to have to cut through. But he will because he's amazing. He'll get P2 here.
My race winner, the man who won the sprint in Imola, Roman Stanek.
Ooh, interesting.
Obviously, his teammate kind of gave it to him off the final corner by spinning.
Yeah. And Bearman's tyres on fire. Well, Bearman then overtook him, didn't he? But then
on the feature. Sorry, Stanek on the feature.
Yeah, burnt through his
I think he's going to
tread
win
and then
the
just
sprint in Spain.
Yeah, my sprint race winner is a direct copy of the top 2 in Bahrain's sprint. I've got Isaac Hadjar.
Ooh.
I think he'll be about that P10 spot, and I think despite Bearman doing his best, cutting through, overtaking loads of cars, he just won't be able to get past Hadjar because he'll be so far up the road, and there's not that long in a sprint for Bearman to make all his moves. So yeah.
Well, speaking of Hadjar, let's move into the race because I've got him P5.
Is he winning it? No, he's not. He's P5. That's a shame.
Back-to-back P5s in both races for Hadjar. Decent weekend.
I have the MP driver Alex Smoljar. Kind of had a mare campaign. He's not got wins and podiums, but he's been just in the upper points.
Yeah.
Scoring decent points position. I think he's going to get another P5 here.
Okay, P4, I've got the joint championship leader. I've got Victor Martins.
Interesting.
Not a
You're
great weekend.
losing out possibly to Leclerc?
Possibly.
Possibly indeed. My P4 was also my pole sitter, Manuel Correa. I just think that the certain drivers behind him might make some really good moves. Yeah, he might have some strong pace. P3.
P3. I have got Gregoire Saucy, 4th in the sprint.
Jinx again.
3rd in the race.
Also have Saucy
Very good
P3
weekend for Gregoire Saucy.
I'm qualifying P4. I think with Correa dropping off a bit, Saucy will come through.
P2. I've got the Premier of Jack Crawford.
Yeah, I had Crawford P2. I don't have him in my top 2 though.
Got him qualifying P3, moves up 1 to P2.
He's just not got that sauce, Jack Crawford.
Not a great weekend. An alright weekend.
Not here, Chief.
Okay, your P2?
Victor Martins come through from P5. He's going to get past Sauces, get past Correa. So who's going to win? I don't know. But who have you got P1
I've
first?
got Arthur Leclerc coming through from P5.
The dull
Maybe
answer.
losing a couple off the start, but we know he's great at overtaking. He's going to cut back through for the feature race win in Spain. Who have you got winning your race?
This is interesting. In P1, it's the Premier driver. It's Arthur. No, I'm joking. Ollie Bearman, absolute scenes. He's going to win. He's finally going to get his win. He deserves it. He's done so well so far and it keeps getting robbed. Disgrace. He's going to win here. Oliver Bearman wins the Spanish F3 race. Yeah. I'm not biased. I'm just honest.
You're not biased. You put your 2 favourite drivers to win the feature races in F2 and F3. I think that's a great place to round it off.
Probably. But yeah, of course, we'll be doing our reaction to all the action.
Yeah.
Love that now. That's a saying.
Reaction to all the action.
So yeah, we'll bring that out on like Monday or Tuesday, depending on
when we want to record it.
When we have time to, not when we want to. But yeah, thank you all very much for watching. Make sure to leave a like, and as I mentioned, subscribe. See how many we can push that up to. Now on 28. Let's see what we can get. And yeah, thank you all very much for watching. We'll see you next time.
See ya.